Okay, now we're going to annotate. And I want to show you some things on here. I'm going to point out some things. And one is neatness. You want this to look as professional as possible. Now you can see here how I have everything that's on this side of the drawing is all justified by the left side of the terms, the left side of the words. Everything is lined up just perfectly. Okay, I try to get all my elbows lined up if it is possible, all the elbows that are in the leaders, if at all possible. Okay, sometimes it's not possible. I also try to get them to where, I try to make it to where all the bends are the same or very close to the same, but that is impossible in many cases. But you want them to be somewhat similar. Okay. And over here on the other side, on the left side of the drawing, all of my terms, my words and everything are aligned or right justified. So right down here, I could draw a line and everything will be justified on the right. And if they are not, then you can always do something like this and draw yourself a little construction line, then kind of go in and do a little inspection. So I could actually make this look a little bit better. Everything is aligned except for maybe this right here. I could actually move this over just a little bit. There's a little bit of space in there. And of course, these are not really part of the drawing. These are just some little notes that we put on there. Okay, so then everything looks nice and neat. Okay, very important. Then any construction lines you use, just delete those. Okay, so how do I do that? Well, for one, I need to make sure that my text size is going to work for the annotations that I'm doing. So my text size is going to be under here, and I created one. So anytime you're going to create one, just go right here, click on, actually on this one, you're going to click on leader. So copy of annotative, click right here on leader. All right, and you see what I did is I started on annotative and then I said new, and what it does is creates a copy of annotative, or annotative. So that's going to be the one that I use. And I actually go in further and modify that. So I click on modify and I set my text height to 1/8 of an inch. 1/8 of an inch. Text height works great when you have your scale set at 1.5 equals 1 foot in this particular application. Okay, so that's all you have to do is change that to 1/8, and then you click OK and you're done. Click this, close, and you're done. So I'm going to go to my leader. I'm going to click on leader, and my text and all should be already set for me. It should be. Okay, so I'm going to start with, what did I start with over here? I started with a, well, let's just say 12 mil VB vapor barrier. Okay, that's going to be on the surface actually, and we haven't drawn the surface on there yet. So let's just pick something. Let's pick the mud seal. Okay, I'm going to find the mud seal. I'm going to put a little bit of an angle on that line. Click, and then it's going to automatically give you the text box once you click it, and you're going to say 2 space X space 6 mud seal, all caps. And then just click in an empty space on the screen and it'll jump out of the box. Don't click the enter button because that's just going to send it to another line. Okay, so I'll do that again. This time we'll do the anchor bolt. Let's see, where was I at? Leader. Okay, so I'm going to find the anchor bolt. And again, I'm going to line that elbow up right there as best I can. Okay, now I might not be able to leave the angles the same. I might have to change those later. But here, I'm going to call this a, let's see, what was it? A 1/2 inch, A period, B period. Okay, that stands for anchor bolt. And then W / that means width. Okay, 2 inch washer. And of course the nut that goes on top is understood. That's common. That's going to happen. The only thing that really changes is the washer. All right. And then just click in any empty space on the screen and you jump out of the box, and then there is your annotation. Okay. So that's what you need to do, is continue doing that. And you just go in here and look at this and just see what all I did annotate. I want you to annotate absolutely everything that I did. And just to know that not all of this is normally necessary. I just want you to have the practice of annotating, aligning, drawing leaders, and things like that. Now, the last couple of things you want to do that I did over here is I drew the surface underneath the floor. So I want to offset this 18 inches. Offset 18 inches. Okay, so that is going to be the ground level underneath the house. As you see, it is a little bit lower than the actual grade level right here. And how to make the grade level. Now, over here, I didn't do it correctly. I just kind of put something there. I'm going to show you here how to do it right. So grade level is going to be right here, even with that line. And the grade level, of course, has to slope away from the house. It has to slope 6 inches within 10 feet. Okay, so within 10 feet of the house, it has to be sloping down 6 inches. So I'm going to just reference this spot, start my line right there. I'm going to draw it out 10 feet, like so. And I'm actually running into my other drawing. And then I'm going to draw it down 6 inches. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle this line up back to that point, back to basically right back to home. There you go. And then I'm just going to get rid of these lines. Delete that one. Delete that one. And I can shorten this one to about right there, or actually shorter. Okay, so now we have a true grade line. Okay, let me stretch it out just a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to draw down here, and then draw over here. Just draw it even with that line. And then fill it with dirt. So I'm going to go to hatching, find earth. Where is earth? There it is right there. And then just fill that spot with earth. Change the scale because that looks a little bit small. Just change that to 5. Well, probably about 7. I think 7 looks good. All right. So there we go. So go ahead and finish annotating this just like I have over here. Okay, and I didn't show you how to put that break line right there. I will, yeah, I've got a few minutes, so I can go ahead and show you that as well. Okay, there is actually a, okay, like I was saying before I got cut off, there is, we're going to use a break line tool to put the break line here and put a break line up here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that line up there. All right, so the break line tool is you type the word break down here in the command line, or you can just type it wherever you're at. You don't have to go down to the command line. Okay, just type break. If you spell it right, that helps. And then break line. Okay, now follow your instructions down here in the command line. First thing you want to do is click on size. Okay, and it says 2 inches right now. That's because I said it earlier. All right, but 2 inches is what you want to type in there where the little blue highlight is. Yours probably says a 1/2 inch right now. And then hit the enter button. And then come right in here, find that spot, and sort of go up a little bit before you click, and then draw down about the same distance. And then after you click for that second point to end the line, you come in here and you click the center point where you want the break symbol to be. And then there it is. Okay, so again, we do it up top here. Okay, oops, I'm just drawing a plain old line. So here we're going to type break again. Break line. Come out to the side a little bit and just draw about an equal distance to the other side, and then click where you want the break symbol. And there you go. Then you have a break line, so you don't have to draw it like we drew it before. All right. And that is it, other than completing your annotations. I don't think we left anything else out, but yeah, just go ahead and complete your annotations and you're good to go.